I've always identified with the entrepreneur. However, I always identified as them, but I always worked like an artist for a certain point in time. It was hard for me to believe that I can make money without using my hands. And I think that as owners, we feel lazy when we don't do the work because we're so used to cutting hair to generate an income that now when you buy back your time, everyone has a buyback rate. What are you doing with your time? So now you're not doing hair. You have 20 employees that you're leveraging their time for money. What do you do? And that's where people go wrong in business. They don't grow. Now you should be focusing on numbers, focus on the marketing. How do you create a better environment for your team? How do you learn what your team's visions are? How do you do your one-on-ones? Right? How are you showing up for your team? Because now you have the free time to actually communicate and think clear as an owner rather than, shit, my color's got to come down. What did you need? Oh, we're short on stock on that. Oh, let me jump to this next thing. Oh, the computer's down. Oh, I got to fix the internet. You're not showing up for anyone that way. So this way now I'm putting people in place for all those things. So something I teach in my program is called the Camcorder Method. Got it from one of my coaches named Dan Martell. He wrote a book called Buy Back Your Time. I film myself doing a particular task once. I extract the video transcription or I do a voiceover. I upload that to ChatGPT. It gives me a structured outline and a sequence of how I do it. That stays in a Google Doc. So now when you have a question, go check out the folder. You don't need me for shit. I taught everyone how to handle almost everything in my salon. So now they don't need my presence, right? Because my presence is felt because I have all the SOPs in place. I have a standard, right? I make them do the same thing. So when there's an assistant, if let's say there's a new assistant on the floor and I have a stylist named Deneen. Deneen's amazing at blowouts and styling hair, let's say. Deneen, I'm going to film Deneen doing this particular blowout. I'm going to now have her voice over in detail what she did. I'm going to create a little mini course for that, and I'm going to give that to my team. Now, if Deneen does this enough, she has like a whole entire program on styling hair. We can then sell that. So now I'm like, that's used for my internal team. But now we could package that. I could put it on my Kajabi site. I could put it at $97 or $47 and give her 70% of it and let her make some money in the back end while she's doing. And she can promote it on her Instagram. Everything I do, I think of how can I price arbitrage this and make it from a liability to an asset? Everything I do. And that's what I do as an owner. That's what I did as a kid. That's what I do with the online store. And so eventually, by selling products online, I don't want to make Redken rich or like Matrix or Moroccan Oil. I mean, Moroccan Oil is a great brand, but they support me selling online. But eventually what's going to happen is I'm going to have my own product line and I'm going to now reverse engineer it. So when you buy a shampoo from me, I put a sample in the box. So you could be buying Goldwell, Redken, whatever brand. And I'm saying, hey, try my sample. You know, I could email everyone, hey, I got this, and I could just sell it and move it to so many more people now that I have an audience. Then I go with my distributors, I'm like, yeah, I've been buying from you for the last 10 years, averaging like 50 to 60 to 100,000 to 200,000 a year. I want you to take this brand on. If you don't want to, I just stop buying from you. Very simple. So now I don't mean to be a dick, but I did you a solid for years by pushing your inventory because I work with distributors all over the US. I want you to take this and put it onto your team. Your sales team, let them get it in salons, and I'll give them a very generous kickback on it. So I'm reverse engineering how I'm going to do product sales from something I started 10 years ago.